Welcome to Therapist Desk today, the podcast where we explore the world of mental health. I'm your host, Winnie Pere, and I'm thrilled to embark on this journey with you. Today, we are having a conversation on the power of positive thinking. Positive thinking is not just a smile on your face and pretending everything is fine. No, it's a mindset. And you know what we say about mindsets is that they are cultivated. Our thoughts have a direct impact on our emotions, behaviors, and outcomes. When you focus on the positive aspect of a situation, you are better able to find a solution, you're better able to build resilience, and also you're better able to build a sense of hope, even in the face of diversity. But for today, how do you cultivate a positive mindset in a world that often seems to be filled with negativity and uncertainty? It all starts with something we call awareness. Becoming mindful of your thoughts and the stories you're telling yourself. Sit back for a moment and think, am I even aware of the stories I'm telling myself? Every day, you are your own audience. Are you constantly focusing on the negatives or are you actively seeking out the positives? When faced with a challenge, you have two choices: to focus on the negative or to actively seek out the positive. The word here is actively seek out, meaning in the face of a challenge, the first instinct is always to look at the negative side. But when you're aware, you intentionally and actively seek out the positive. One powerful tool for cultivating positivity is gratitude. Take a moment each day and reflect on the things that you're grateful for, no matter how big or small. Gratitude has shown to improve your mood. It has shown to enhance your relationships. How do you feel when someone tells you thank you? You feel good. And the other person feels good because you've enhanced the relationship. But for you, it does something more to you. As the person who you're saying thank you. Okay? Positive thinking is reframing. This is the general change of a person's mindset, whether in the positive or negative. But today, since our topic is on the power of positive thinking, we are going to look at reframing on the positive side. Instead of seeing obstacles as the way you view them as obstacles, why don't you look at them as opportunities for growth and learning? Shift your perspective from I can't to I can try. Shift your perspective from this is weird to this is actually unique. Then watch how your own mindset begins to shift. Understood? Another thing about positive thinking is that challenge the negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is there any other way to interpret this situation? Look at the silver lining in a challenging situation. That's very hard to see. But do you remember when you said we actively seek out the positive? Look at the silver lining in that challenging situation. Is there a lesson to be learned? Is there an opportunity for growth? You see, even in class, when you failed in a lesson, you had to redo the whole class. So in this particular life situation, instead of wanting to repeat the class, why don't you look and see what lesson am I learning? What opportunity for growth is there for me here? Try to focus on what you can control rather than what you can't control. Today, what am I able to control? That particular situation, what am I able to control? I don't mean that positive thinking is ignoring reality or suppressing negative emotions. No, it's about acknowledging your struggles while choosing to focus on the possibility for growth and change. Acknowledge your struggle and then choose to focus on the possibility for growth. It's understandable to have doubts, especially if someone hasn't experienced the benefits of positive thinking. However, there are advantages to positive thinking, from improved emotional well-being to enhanced problem-solving abilities. Ultimately, it's about being open-minded and willing to explore new ways of thinking and beginning to explore new ways of living. Another thing you can do is, why don't you try and change your language? Pay attention to the language you use when you're talking to yourself. Replace the negative and self-critical language with something that is more positive and empowering phrases. Ask yourself, if this was my friend, can I talk to them in this critically? Be kind to yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. That's the exact moment when we self-criticize. Be kind to yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend facing a particular situation. That is not something that is as easy to do or as easy to say, but treat yourself with the same kindness your friend or a familiar face. That is our conversation on the power of positive thinking. Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it and learned something new. If you liked what you heard, consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us to improve and reach more listeners. You can follow us on our social media at Nasieku Therapy to stay up to date with our latest episodes. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more content with you soon. Bye.